People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Better yet, call the Department of Correctional Services. Call Mr. Samoda. Call your Prime Minister. Call your Justice Minister. Call the relevant authority. Because we've heard that 9-day talk that they are clamping down on these penal institutions. Don't know if they were speaking specifically to where the man them they are both men and women. However, whatever thought them of, it is not working, and I am going to tell you why I say it is not working. Corruption, corruption, corruption. I am speaking about 3 videos that I got. Somebody sent me. In these 3 videos, these women at some sorts of penal institution, they were keeping some sorts of pajama party, some sorts of daggering party. It seems as if Stone Love, Bass Odyssey, everybody did it. They were playing Vibes Cartel. They were playing Skeng. All of the top of the line song them that is out there, the hot songs, they were playing. They were dancing. They were gyrating. They were having a grand time. It seems as if them dep on street. It seems as if there is no sorts of clampdown. It seems as if somebody is taking some sorts of money. Somebody is getting some sorts of perks. Somebody is getting some sorts of blow, meaning the correctional officers, they are getting the PUMS bribe and the HEADS bribe. Now, if we can see these parties going on, which part the man them there? Just imagine with these HORNY corrupted prison officials CO. If the man them can pay them off for carrying all sorts of NSC, all sorts of name brand, all sorts of cash, all sorts of banger phone, all sorts of internet accessible phones, what do you think is happening with these females where they can offer these correctional officers all sorts of favors, all sorts of pleasure, be it mouth, be it PUMS. You know that it is a free-for-all. Whenever you see these videos coming out on a rapid basis, it tells you that, listen, these people are not under any sorts of rules and regulation. Even if the rules and regulation exist, nobody now follow them. The CO, the system, is turning a blind eye. The man them realize, listen, these women are in these penal institution, them PUMS, they on fire. So therefore, if them give a little, we give them a little leeway. People, this is sad for the whole system of justice in Jamaica, where people in the penal institution live like them they on street. Pretty much the only thing that they are missing, meaning the men are women and the women men, well then again, maybe most of them not even missing the men, because we understand that a lot of these women in these penal institutions, they are pretty much very experimental. They are bi-curious. People, this is sad. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the Popo in St. Elizabeth, by them pressuring criminals like some sorts of cowfoot, they are getting the desired results. I am speaking about a young man, his name is Dwayne Morrison, OC Sharky. Sharky turned himself into the Popo the other day. When we talk about a criminal from A to Z, on the Richter scale of criminality, he is about a 10. Based on the Popo report, it is said that this man is wanted from a pin to an anchor from A to Z. from 0 to infinity. Pie up, broken a people place, broken a people house, people shop, stick up people. However, his most notorious crime is a couple of takeaway. He is wanted for the takeaway of one Everton Spence. Now people, based on what the Popo say, they pressured him. They went to the house and the hangout of people that he is associated with. They did a whole bunch of snap raid. Them pretty much make him life very uncomfortable. The places that they went included family member, the father and mother house. They went to the father and the mother house and them tell them, say, listen, your boy wanted for A to Z. Him take with this man, him broken a Miss Matty's shop. So therefore, tell your boy, say, make sure, say, him turning himself. Don't make we go look for him. Don't make we go find him. Because if we find him, it is going to be the final paradas. So therefore, do something before something do him. They pretty much pressure him like cowfoot. Lo and behold, he turned over himself to the Popo the other day. He is officially charged. The moral of the story is this. Whenever these criminal elements come from some sorts of dysfunctional home, when them don't have any sorts of parental guidance, them do all manner of evil, and not to make any sorts of excuses for anyone. However, you see when them have parents, mother and father that can talk to them, that them a take talk from, they are more inclined to do the right thing. So the Popo knew exactly what they needed to do. They did snap raids. Them go to the family house. Them go everywhere where these people tend to be. So therefore, this man more than likely don't have any other places to run to outside of St. Elizabeth. So therefore, he knew that it was just going to be a matter of time before the people find him. He wanted to make sure that he secured his life. Even though he has an extensive criminal record, is he guilty as charged? More than likely. However, he knew that he would rather to go and do this time than end up in the afterlife. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, I did not know that a Popo in Jamaica could actually get charged, get convicted, and is waiting on sentencing for his deed. No matter how despicable his deed is, including the takeaway of a person. I am speaking about an incident that occurred in 2018. It was all over social media. The persons that were involved, Corporal Owen McCleary. The next person, a biker, her name is Lori Morassa. This occurred on Mandela Highway that is in St. Catherine. Based on the information, it is said that Mrs. Morassa rode her bike and it ran into the vehicle of Corporal McCleary. Corporal McCleary came out of his vehicle and him and Mrs. Morassa got into some sorts of verbal altercation. I guess she was talking too loud for his dislike. On this video, it was seen the corporal grab up the lady, collar the lady, lift her up and fling her down upon the ground, body slam her. In this same video, this man was seen dragging the body of this lady that was unconscious, drag her to his vehicle. He would then lock her up. He would then charge her for resisting arrest. He would also charge her for malicious destruction on a person's property. People, in the video you could see it clearly that him slammed this lady. She was unconscious. Unconscious means that you cannot resist nothing, none at all. You are out, almost top out. malicious property. This was an accident. This was not intentional. The problem was the Popo did not feel like anybody should talk to him. So therefore, him drag this lady upon the ground, bring her go to the station, charge her. Those charges were later dropped. However, Indicom, based on the video, they investigated. The police inspectorate, they investigated along with Indicom. This corporal was charged. This corporal went to courts, went to trial, and he was found guilty. He is to be sentenced on the 25th of February 2023. Now, people, I don't know if you remember that video. However, it was blatant, it was obvious who was wrong. First thing first, an accident. All you had to do, come out, change paper, insurance, get your money, get paid through the insurance. This was the government vehicle. This was not the officer's personal vehicle. So therefore, why he took it personal? Because a lot of these people, officers, them have attitude problem. Them have anger management problem. They have a very big ego and a very small level of communication. That means that them can't reason out anything. Them act just like the common criminals out there. The crooks, most of them are rogue popo. This video was so obvious that he was wrong. However, why do you think that a lot of these officers take these cases to courts? Because of the history. Because they realize that, listen, the possibility or probability of us being found guilty, getting any sorts of time is very limited. However, this case was just too bad. Them couldn't sweep it under the rug. Everybody on social media, everybody in the news saw it. This lady did not just come out and ATTACKED this officer. This officer was big and thick. He was there with his partner. There is nothing that this lady could have done to him. However, because he don't, like most officers, realize that they are police officers, them things say them above the law, them things say them a gangster, them things say nobody can talk to them, nobody can say nothing to them. And the fact that most times they get the backing of their squaddies and also the Popo Federation afford them the best lawyer that money could buy. However, even if he have Jesus as his lawyer, he would not have beaten this case. Point blank and period. People, just imagine this was America, woman country, and him do something like that. You know how much time he would get? So he was tried, he was convicted to be sentenced very soon. And what is even better for this lady, she got a big time lawyer, Christopher Townsend, and they said, or he said, based on the fact that this officer was guilty, found guilty, there are going to be more court cases, meaning lawsuits. He is going to sue this officer, sue the JCF, and rightfully so, because they facilitate these criminal popo in their institution. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. I understand that this might be your grandma's favorite YouTube channel. However, this is not the average run-of-the-mill mama and papa channel. This is news with a buzz. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Point blank and period.